Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
6:32 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Jamie, I found this story humorous the other day when I saw it. But the head coach of Colorado, Deion Sanders, has accused his current girlfriend of alleged misuse of his partnership with Nike. He called her out for repeatedly placing orders through Nike that he had no idea about. Apparently he was on a podcast, and he said, "How do you feel when somebody abuses the privilege of Nike?" He asked his girlfriend and his daughter, "How do you feel when somebody just abuses it?" Another person, they take advantage. He then looked at his girlfriend and said, "Like the other day, I just happened to find 2 boxes in my office. I didn't know where they came from." His girlfriend then dismissed the concerns, saying that she would place orders here and there, often as gifts for other people. I don't know how this one will work for him, but his previous relationships have ended in splitting the sheets, and so it's probably been expensive.
Clearly, Ori wouldn't have this girlfriend.
Yeah, right, right. Or he wouldn't have.
What in the world made Deion think that the rest of the world needed to know about this?
I don't know. You probably could say the same thing of me. What in the world?
I would also. Yes,
what
I
the
also
world made
would.
me? Well, I just thought it was.
Yes.
I thought it was kind of funny. I just thought it was kind of like, why would you do that? But he chose to. And I don't know. Maybe there'll be some.
It doesn't sound like she did anything just outrageous.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know if it's like, but apparently she likes to order stuff. I'm presumably she's getting them for free, or he's got a tab with Nike that he gets X number of shoes per year or whatever, and she's taking advantage.
He's the head coach of Colorado, and they're a Nike school. I'm sure they get personal stuff all the time.
Yeah. So,
and it's no big deal.
Yeah, but
who is he telling this to?
Let's see. I'd have to let me go back to him. It was like a. Let's see. It was. He shared this through. He recently shared this on social media as a video.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So
goodness gracious.
I mean, not only did he do it, but he took the time to then, send it out on X. And so obviously he thought that was something that needed to be shared with the world, or at least his followers. Whoever's following him.
And you were nice enough to share it with us.
I was, yeah, because I thought you'd get a kick out of it. Coach B asked this very important.
Kick out of it, or just it makes me lose faith in the human race a little bit more than I already have.
Well, a little bit of column A, and a little bit of column B.
Yeah.
Coach B asked this question of you, Jamie, off the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Jamie, I missed who you said would be this weekend's rotation against Baylor. We are in Waco for the games. Wreck-em.
Case and Ranieri will go on Friday, today. Tomorrow, Adam Hayes, and Sunday, Donovan Becerra will get his first weekend start.
And the headline there, as you said earlier, that I missed was that Jackson Burns is not listed and he is not available this weekend, right?
Yeah, that's what I understand. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. That makes it really, really, really tough. When you look at the Big 12 this weekend, anything stand out to you from a schedule standpoint? You're like, oh, that's an intriguing matchup.
UCF and Arizona State. I think that's a fun one. I think TCU and Oklahoma State. They're fun ones. Yeah, those two.
Okay. And when you look at the standings, it's still I guess Yeah, you stop looking at the I don't blame you.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Why would I? I'm proud of your Jayhawks, Chuck. They're doing good.
Well,
I'm not going to look at the standings.
I could sit here all day and list names, and I wouldn't be able to get one of them. So
yeah. They're good.
I have no clue.
Yeah, they're a good team.
The biggest thing now is you need Arizona to win some games or lose some games. That would help you. And
first and foremost, you need to win some games.
You need to win some games. That would help you the most.
Just start with that.
Yeah, that would help you the most.
Start with that, yeah.
Just take care of some business with Baylor. If you can win 2 or 3 this weekend, feel a little bit better about things, then we'll see what happens. So we'll see. It just sucks. So I mean, that's just the only way you can say it, right? That's the only way you can do it. Hey, I had another question for you. Not to really try to irritate you this morning, but Red Raider Charlie brings up that T.J. Shannon had a big night last night as Minnesota eliminated the Denver Nuggets, and Shannon got his first start last night with 24 points and 6 rebounds for the Timberwolves. But when you look at him, do you give him a bit of a pass, Jamie, for leaving because of the Mark Adams situation, or do you look at him and go, man, I wish that guy just stayed here and played here and been a part of this, and then we wouldn't necessarily feel about him maybe like how Stanford people might feel about David Bailey.
Yeah, I give him a bit of a pass or whatever, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not rooting against him or anything like that, and I do give him a bit of a pass because of the craziness that did happen with the Mark Adams situation. But I mean, I'm not gonna. I personally, and everybody can feel differently. They're allowed to. I mean, he's got his name hanging in the rafters.
Yeah.
His jersey hanging in the rafters at Illinois. He's a fighting the line now. He's not a Red Raider,
yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
why his numbers hanging in the rafters at Illinois is another story, but
right.
Anyway,
No, I think I stand with you on that.
Yeah, it's just again, I'm not rooting against him. I hope everything goes well, but yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, I don't really consider him a Red Raider.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, that's.
I think everybody has a right to feel differently on those kind of things. Like if they were here for 1 year and they played for you. Obviously, we rooted for him, and he was good for you, and he was here for more than 1 year, and that's good, and we appreciated his work, but at the same time, he chose to leave. So.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Morning Drive. Today is May Day, May the 1st, 2026. With this day in sports history, here is Jeff McGuire.
Going to start us off in 1940. And I need you guys to pay attention to that.
All right.
Because
I'm always paying attention, Jeff.
The Summer Olympics scheduled for Helsinki, Finland is canceled by the Finnish Olympic Committee. Why?
Because the Winter Olympics were still going on?
No.
Oh, okay.
1940.
Was there a war going on?
Pretty big one.
Yeah.
You might have heard of it. Called World War II.
WW2.
Not WW11. Don't get that confused.
Right.
It's different. 1951, future Baseball Hall of Fame slugger Mickey Mantle hits career homer number 1.
Wow.
In an 8-3 win over the White Sox in Chicago.
Okay.
1969, Houston Astros hurler Don Wilson blanks the Reds 4-0 for his second career no-hitter. This one at Corsley Field in Cincinnati. 1988, after scoring 50 points in Game 1, NBA Eastern Conference Playoff Series, Michael Jordan has 55 in the Bulls' 106-101 win versus the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 2. He is the first to score 50-plus points in consecutive playoff games.
Nice.
1991, Texas Ranger starter Nolan Ryan pitches his Major League Baseball record 7th no-hitter. Beats Toronto 3-0. At 44, he's also the oldest to throw a no-no.
Pretty cool.
Might want to watch that guy. He's got a pretty good career going. We should be really paying attention to that a little bit. And in 2016, the number 10 Texas Tech Red Raiders claimed their 5th Big 12 Conference Series victory of the season as they limited the number 6 TCU Horned Frogs to just 6 hits in a 3-1 victory. Red Raiders used 5 strong innings from Ty Dameron and 4 shutout frames from the bullpen to secure their first regular season series victory against a top 10 opponent on the road since Tech took 2 of 3 games from number 10 Kansas State in 2009.
What did you say the score was in that game, Jeff?
3-1.
3-1. Yeah. And if I remember correctly, the first 2 batters got on with a single and a double. And it was like, oh no. But then Ty was shut down after that.
I will not argue with your memory about Tech baseball.
Yeah.
It is National Chocolate Parfait Day.
Okay. Sign me up.
Who doesn't like a parfait?
Right.
Today, huge, ginormous, extravagant birthday.
Okay.
5 punts, 49-yard average for Skates, and here he goes. Puts his foot into it. This one a wobbler towards the right side of the field. Welker takes it at the 11. He's going to try to get to the right sideline, breaks a tackle. He's got running room at the 30, the 35-40. He's the midfield, the 45-40. He may go. 25, 10, touchdown Red Raiders. Oh my goodness. 89 yards on the punt return, and Tech has the lead.
That guy right there,
Yeah.
not Brian Jensen, but the guy he was talking about.
Wes Welker, yeah.
45 today.
45. Okay.
Tim McGraw, 59.
That's my favorite Wes Welker highlight right there.
Well, it's a good one.
Yep. That's my favorite one.
Tim McGraw, 59, and Curtis Martin is 53. And on this day, 1960, a U-2 pilot piloted by Francis Gary Powers disappears while on a flight over Russia.
Mm-hmm.
The CIA reassured the president that even though the plane had been shot down, it was equipped with a self-destruct mechanism that would render any wreckage unrecognizable, and the pilot was instructed to kill himself in such a situation.
That did not happen.
On either case.
Yeah. I'm not sure that button worked.
Yeah. Let's just say Cold War got really close to not being so cold. And that is this day in sports history.
This day in sports history. Big birthday tomorrow at our house. Lucky Lady's birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday to her.
Oh, Laura.
Yeah, she's on cue. Thank you, Jeff. Jamie, do you have any do you want to take a wild guess how many one-hitters Nolan Ryan had? He had the 7 no-hitters. Do you know how many one-hitters he had?
13.
12. Tied with Bob Feller. 18 two-hitters and 31 three-hitters. So, I mean, talk about the 7 no-hitters. I mean, think about how close he came to being in double digits in no-hitters, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So, and he seemed to get more dominant as he got older, in terms of the no-hitters. And maybe he got a little craftier, because early on in his career, it was about, I'm going to throw it as hard as I can and as fast as I can, and I'm going to strike you out. And then he got, I think, a little bit, craftier as he went along. So, 6:51 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line. Go to doublet973.com for that of the mobile app. The mobile app is presented by Happy State Bank. Visual Edge IT hotline is open too at 806-771-0973. Are you paying any attention to the NBA playoffs?
I'm kind of following along with the Spurs because we have Spurs fans in the building. So
right.
Just kind of seeing how they're doing each day. Doesn't mean necessarily that I'm watching any of the games, but just kind of looking every morning to see how they're doing.
Yeah. So in the New York Knickerbockers, they won a first round series last night. I mean, they just creamed the Hawks, and the Celtics are in trouble with the 76ers. That's going to go to a game 7, so that should be fun.
That's exciting.
And then Minnesota defeating the Denver Nuggets. That's just a bit of a surprise, given how beat up the T-Wolves are. And I find myself rooting for the Rockets. I'm not. I couldn't tell you a whole lot about them, but
they're playing the Lakers. So
I know.
That's
it's easy, right?
You're just rooting against LeBron, right?
Yeah. They're just you just kind of get tired of some things, So that's what's happening. That's what's happening there. So yeah. So the Spurs have done. I mean, they've had a great season.
Victor Wembanyama is a terrific player.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. So they've got that. Let's see.
How about the score of that Knicks and Hawks game?
Yes, right. Yeah, it was just.
You got a playoff game, a deciding game, and a 3-2 series heading in, and one team wins by 51.
I know.
Apparently, there was some fights too.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of nuts when you think about it of how that could be, and it was just a dominant one by the New York Knicks. Somebody says this, somebody says this. Go Thunder! I'm into them winning again. Okay. All right, well, they could. They could win. They could win again. You never know. 6:54 this morning. That'll do it for hour number 1. We'll talk some Tech football next, and see where that takes us. We'll have baseball on the air for you tonight with the Red Raiders taking on the Baylor Bears down in Waco. 6 o'clock the broadcast time. 6:30 play-by-play. In town, the Red Raiders softball team takes on Baylor. We'll have that for you at 5:30 on 92.3 The Hub, and first pitch at 6 tonight as they go for the series win. They're looking to sweep them. They'll play tomorrow as well. We'll have that for you at 1 and 1:30 for first pitch from Tracy Sellers.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
7:15 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Good morning. Thank you for being with us today. We'll have Red Raider baseball on the air for you tonight as they take on the Baylor Bears. Broadcast time 6 for the warm-up show. We'll have full coverage tonight at 6:30 from Waco as the Baylor Bears take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. How's it looking there? Is it going to be a nice weekend for weather, or is it sketchy?
Well, I was just about to say, remember what I told you about not looking on Monday or Tuesday? You can just wait till Thursday or Friday.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's raining here. It's expected to not stop until like 9:30 tonight. So, yeah, I think it's a possibility that you could be playing 2 tomorrow and not playing today.
So you have a hot time in the old town tonight there in Waco. So you get to kick your
hot time in the old town.
That's right. That's right.
Do you know of any good bars down here I need to check out? Some honky-tonk bars or anything, Chuck?
No.
You would Mark go to while you're here?
No. Well, there's a couple places we've been, but it's food related. It's not cocktail related. So, but there's and one place that is highly ballyhooed was kind of like meh at the end of the day.
Okay. Well, you went from ballyhooed to meh.
Yeah. Well, when I walked in, I was underwhelmed. How about that? It was supposed to be the greatest ever. I was like, it's kind of mid.
Okay.
Kind of mid.
Not even extra mid?
No, I don't know about extra mid, but it's all right. It's all right. It's just nothing. Just just wanted to. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go back. Maybe I would. Okay. We'll have Red Raider softball on the air for you tonight, as that'll be at 5:30 here in town. They take on the Baylor Bears, and we'll have first pitch tonight at 6. This is the final regular season games of the season for Texas Tech. They'll be involved in Big 12 play in Oklahoma City, and then after that, it's tournament time. So, man, it's you hope that May is very productive for the Red Raider softball team, because if you're playing at the end of May, still playing at the end of May, you're in the College World Series of softball.
That's good.
And that's
what we're going for.
That's right. I mean, it's,
and you know, probably that's what we're expecting, right?
Yeah. I mean, and there's part of me that thinks that's so fair, and then there's part of me that thinks that's not unfair, but it's just like, man, that's an awful lot to place on the shoulders of a team. But when too much that's given, too much that's expected, right? I mean, it's only fair. It's only fair. If you're going to hold one team to this level, then you got to hold that team to an even higher level of expectation.
Well, I'm just saying, to me, I don't know about all that. I'm just looking at the roster and saying they're really good.
They are really good.
Yes, they're really good. And look at their record. They're really good.
They're really good.
Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from.
All those things. So I don't know if I did I share my theory of what I thought was going to happen with Sorsby, or what I thought could happen with Sorsby. Did I share that with you?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so let me run this by you. So what I'm thinking is that if the NCAA or college football really wants to fix gambling, and I don't know that you're ever going to fix it, okay? You're not ever going to fix it all the way. But my thought is, instead of hanging him to the cross, so to speak, and burning him at the stake, that in order to help guys that need to be flushed out a little bit, that may need some help like him, or that may need a reboot because they're doing what he's doing right now and they just haven't been caught yet. And you know, if you look at some stats, it's a staggering number of what they think is going on. That you create some kind of a amnesty program, so to speak, and you start with him and say, all right. And it had to start with when they first started talking to him, that if they said to him, whatever date that they first talked to him, or Tech talked to him and said, okay, tell us everything that's going on, everything that you've done. If you tell us everything that you've done, then we're going to look at your case a little bit differently than if you tell us this and then we only get half truths, okay? We want the whole truth, nothing but the truth, no matter how bad it is. And then we'll examine your case and we'll consider a suspension. So my thought is that if he did that he would get a 4-game suspension, and then that would set a precedent for others who could either come forward, or when they get caught, when they come forward, that it's not a complete and outright ban. And even though probably some people feel like it should be, that you can't, you're not going to be able to fix this in one fell swoop. So my thought is that if he came completely clean, that the NCAA might be a little bit more lenient, or at least be able to say, we're not going to throw the whole book at you, but we're going to throw the book at you where you're going to miss at least 4 games, and whether it's the first 4 or pick 4, but it can't be just the 3 patsies.
Pick 4.
Well, I mean, anyway, what do you?
In what sport world ever have we said, hey, just pick which 4 you want?
Okay, so I don't want that to be the highlight of what you take out of that. But what do you think about that theory?
Is that what you think is going to happen, or is that what you want to happen?
There's a part of me that thinks that's going to happen, and I have nothing to base that on. I mean, I don't have any people whispering in my ear, hey, you know, when they came to Sorsby, they said, hey, you talk to him, you swallow the whole frog, you tell him everything about it, and you're going to get suspended, but you're not going to get banned. So it's just it's my theory of what I think is going to happen if he was completely truthful and nothing else bad comes out. Like if it comes out that he bet on Cincinnati football games, that becomes a different deal.
Give me a precedent where this kind of thing has happened before, you know, just trying to figure out if I think this is realistic or not.
I don't know if it ever has. I mean, I think when people get in trouble with the law, that if they are truthful from the very, very beginning, that the book is not thrown at them as hard as if they lie to the officer, the detective, the judge, whatever. And so
I'll agree with that.
Then so that's what I'm kind of basing this on, you know. when you get pulled over, is there an emergency? No, sir, there's not. I was just driving fast. Okay. And I'm not trying to compare a speeding ticket to gambling, but I'm just saying in general, if you tell on yourself, okay, once you get caught and you reveal everything, that there's a tendency, I think, sometimes to get a little bit easier judgment than if you try to cover it all up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that your theory is realistic. I just there would be too many schools that would be outraged by what this school over here has got guys that have been gambling and we're not punishing them, yet again, I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't hate your idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate your idea. Just because it does show some grace. Obviously, that would be good for Texas Tech. I would have to see or know of situations. Again, I know that has what you're talking about with in courts of law and all that kind of stuff. That's believable to me, but I don't know if in sports we've seen that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I just look at it and go, at some point in time, you have to, if you really want to reboot and start over and try to figure out a way that you can kind of clean this up a little bit, you can't just completely make an example of him, because then people are going to go into hiding and they're going to try to do even more, You don't have to make an example of Brendan Sorsby. Brendan Sorsby
reportedly has done what others have done.
Mm-hmm.
They were booted out of college sports.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time. You're not setting that kind of precedent. You're following the precedent.
Yeah.
If you boot him from college sports.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
Okay, so earlier this week, I asked you guys a very simple question, and you guys agreed, had the same numbers in mind, about how this would change your season prediction.
Mm-hmm.
We all were at 12-0 before the Sorsby news.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped down to 10-2. Jeff and Chuck dropped down to 8-4. So today I'm asking you to get a little bit more specific.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the question number 2 or B from that question. I'm asking you to get more specific and tell me which teams that you think now you will lose to without Brendan Sorsby. If you do not have Brendan Sorsby. Let's keep saying if. Keep hope alive.
Okay, so he's with us or he's not with us?
No, if you don't have him.
If
you don't have him, who do you think? Who are those 4 teams you think we're losing to in the regular season?
Okay. I'm going to pop up the schedule here.
You're allowed.
And I'm waffling on my 8-4 too, but that was my stated amount, so I'll stick with it.
Can I ask a real quick question? Just why when we are second guessing ourselves or we're having a hard time making a decision, why is that called waffling?
Oh, because it's I don't know. I don't.
Where's Mr. 1%? Jeff, help us out here.
I don't know. Waffling. I don't know.
You're not pancaking. You're not.
Right.
You're
not French toasting.
Sausage. Yeah. Why is it waffling?
I don't know. He's not with us right now. Oh yeah, there he is. He peeked. Well, he peeked up. I didn't see him behind the glass. Jeff, do you have any idea why it's called waffling? Oh, he's looking it up. All right.
Okay.
I think here's my 4. Houston at Arizona State. Arizona.
I think you have Arizona State at home.
No, it's at you have Arizona at home. You play at Arizona State on the 20th. Oh, never mind. You're right. No, you're right. I don't know why my eyes saw it that way, but they did. Okay, so I'm going to say Houston at home. I'm going to say at TCU, Arizona at home, and at Cincinnati.
I think you have TCU at home too. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, TCU. Okay. Well, I'm really struggling. Really struggling this morning.
Are you looking at a left-handed schedule?
I am. You're right. It's a left-handed schedule. TCU at home, Arizona at home, at Cincinnati, and Houston. God, I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Read you the definition of waffling that Jeff found. Waffling means going back and forth on a decision or speaking evasively, originating from the 17th century Scottish word wharf, which means to wave, fluctuate, or move to fro. It describes the aimless swaying or indecisive nature of a person's thoughts or speech, similar to a flag fluttering in the wind. That is according to Wikipedia.
That's very well done, Travis. Very well done. That was very concise, and I mean, you enunciated all your words perfectly.
I know. I tried. It was a lot.
We appreciate your stand-up work.
Thank you.
Yes, it was great. With that being said, there's a but coming. We understood what it means. I mean, Chuck used it correctly. The question is, why is it the same as the term, for a breakfast food item? That why
it seems to be unrelated.
Yes, those things seem completely unrelated. So I was just I guess the answer, Travis, is it's just random.
Yes, I was just told to read the paragraph.
Yeah. I've made a complete mess of this. But okay, Travis, do you have 4 games? I don't even know. We don't know what your record is without him.
I think they're 11-1. I don't think their record is going to change as much as people think. I still have a lot of faith in this team. I think it's going to look different. I think it's going to be a lot more running the ball and less throwing the ball. I don't really care who the quarterback is. I think they're probably about the same level. They both have started, games in college football. I think they're going to be okay. I think the one game I think we are going to lose is I think we're going to lose at home to Arizona State. Kind of worries me. But that's the only game I think we're going to lose, and I think we're going to win the rest of them, but just that Arizona State game.
All right, I dropped to 10-2. Okay, I have home against Arizona State. I previously was worried about at Cincinnati. Okay, this one is going to be really intriguing. I don't think we're going to lose back-to-back games, but part of the reason I'm worried about Arizona State is I think that Cincinnati game is just going to be looming.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be so much drama with that game. It's going to be looming. And so that's part of the reason why I'm nervous about Arizona State. The other one for me, makes no sense, is on the road at Baylor. I'm worried about that one. So those would be my 2, at home against Arizona State and at Baylor.
Okay.
I just don't know what we're going to get into at Cincinnati. It's going to be really intriguing, with or without Brendan Sorsby. These 2 football programs have become they have to hate each other, and I think the fan bases have to hate each other, and I think it's going to be really interesting. We had so much fun when Chris Beard came back here, and remember how great of a job our student section did with funny signs and all that kind of stuff. I can only imagine what Cincinnati is going to come up with for us.
And that's a small stadium that probably contains the noise really well. I mean, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I just don't know. I feel like it was a question mark to begin with, but I don't know. Maybe if Sorsby's not there, that'll be less. I'm not really sure what's going to happen there, but it's definitely intriguing. And, you've heard rumors of a possible 6-game suspension, with that being the 7th game. If that was the case, oh my goodness, it would be incredibly crazy.
That'd be like made for TV right there.
I bet you they would put that game on television. Yes. Bet they would put that one on TV.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
With Jamie Lent, Jeff, Travis, Chuck Heinz. We come to you from the First United Bank studio. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line Visual Edge IT hotline is open as well. Whomever is driving the BMW down Quaker, I see what you listen to. Oh, hopefully they're listening to the morning drive. Wouldn't that be cool, Jamie? 2 cars listening to the morning drive. Mano a mano. Right against
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody says this, answer please, Cash and Sorsby. I have no idea what Mr. Sorsby has been paid. If he's on a monthly stipend, if it's a annual deal that they just paid him in one lump sum. I have no idea as to the financial arrangements between Texas Tech and Mr. Sorsby.
So my guess would be that he doesn't get it all up front.
Yes.
My guess would be that it comes in payments, monthly or whatever. I don't really know. I'm sure some up front. Okay, I would guess
bonus,
some up front. Yeah. He's got a place to stay and he's got a nice ride and all that good stuff. So I'm guessing he got plenty of it up front. That being said, whatever's been given to him or whatever he's owed at the end of the next month or whatever, pitcher, you think that it would be a good look for Texas Tech to hey, we want our money back now while you're supporting this kid and sending him to rehab?
Yeah, I don't think anything like that's going to happen until this thing is settled.
Or all of a sudden we're going to stop payments to him. If you're supporting the kid, you're not doing that.
No.
And I think it would be a bad look.
Yeah.
And so now, again, if the NCAA comes down with a ruling and all of that, and you've gone through the courts and he's not, we know he's suspended for the year, then the payments probably stop. But I don't think you're asking for money back right now. It's just kind of, again, I think that would be a bit of a bad look. And while you're saying, hey, we're supporting this kid, we're trying to help him, if you're like, hey, we're trying to help you, but give us our money back, that's really not, that's kind of, I don't know, it's a bad look in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think anything like that would be determined until well after this thing is adjudicated. Our car going down, the BMW going down Quaker, apparently, according to our texter, he was Double T 97.3 that they were listening to. Awesome.
That's good.
Awesome.
That's good.
Awesome.
So it just feels like that when you're doing this kind of business with the NIL stuff and all that, it's kind of just like when guys, transfer at the end of a year or they get hurt and they don't play or whatever. It's just it's part of the risk that you take, right?
I think so.
Or a guy doesn't play well, that the money that you're donating that goes to them, it's just part of the gamble that you're taking.
Yeah, I would think there'd be some kind of codicil in there that would protect the university in case the player was ruled ineligible.
Yeah.
You like those?
Yeah, definitely at that point.
Yeah.
But until he's ruled ineligible,
no, they're not doing anything to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that? I used a big law term there, adjudicated and codicil.
I mean, it was better than last segment, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I really would have. I don't know. I didn't necessarily have the grades to go to law school, but this would come as no shock to you. I mean, I would have loved to have been a lawyer, but I want to be in court. I want to plead the case. Whether
you look like a lawyer,
whether somebody should be convicted or, exonerated. I would like to. But they just don't. They don't use the courtrooms anymore. I mean, they plead it all out. They negotiate it all out. So you don't get to stand in front of the judge and bang, bang, bang as much as they used to back in the day. Let's see. This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Sorsby needs to treat it like a bank error where he will have to give the money back, accept the payments, but leave it in the bank until this is resolved. Okay. Somebody said he's not a kid. He's making He's an adult making adult money. There's no question about that.
That's why I don't know. I mean, I know this is a completely different subject, that's why I think it's a terrible look with him not paying back Cincinnati. I think it's a terrible look.
Yeah, that should have been taken care of that should have been resolved very quickly after he made his announcement that he was coming here.
And I don't like the look that it brings to Texas Tech, because what have we, we're all, hey, it's funny to be or it's fun to be the haves, and isn't it great to be the haves, and everybody hates us because they don't have money like we have money, and we're big and bad, and what, it comes to paying our bills, and now we're not paying our bills?
Yeah, but that's his bill to pay.
I know it's Brendan Sorsby, but he's now a part of us.
Yeah.
And I don't like the image that it brings to Texas Tech. I don't like the light that it shines on Texas Tech.
Okay.
So that, to me, has always been a issue. You know what? You signed a deal at Cincinnati, and they paid you a bunch of money, and maybe it wasn't a good deal, but you signed it. Okay, and you're getting paid like an adult, a big boy, and you deserved it. You're a great player, all the above. But now it's time to pay up. When you left and making way more here at Texas Tech, I just that screams I'm above following the rules. And I just think it's a bad look.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't feel like that shines on Texas Tech. I really don't. I view that as a non-compete issue that the employee needed to resolve. Now, what Texas Tech probably...
Who do you think is paying it, Chuck?
No, I understand
Sorsby?
that, but he...
Sorsby or Texas Tech?
Sorsby, it's his responsibility to pay it. And
but do you think he's paying it?
No, because I don't know.
So who's paying it?
I don't know who's
Texas Tech and their boosters. Probably.
Yeah, probably so. But it's going through him. And really, what it should be in the future, and maybe this will be done this way in the future. If you have a contractual agreement with that school, while you may be getting money for us to take care of it, you're going to take care of that before it's announced that you're coming here. Maybe this is a lesson that they learned, that they've got to go, hey, this has got to be clean before it's done.
Yeah, some great player that we want, we're not going to say no because you haven't paid your bill yet.
Yeah.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.